Hey, okay, how you doing? We're live. Okay, thanks for joining me and welcome. Here we are. It is the Inquisition raid, the first one, okay, of this series. This one being an interesting one. We've got new ships to play with, so this will be fun. Um, in chat, Paul, how you doing? Yeah, we're here at last. Okay, welcome, buddy. And I see Lady Cat's there as well. Oh, and my brother's in as well. Is my auto mod going to be so mean this time? That's a good question, mate. I don't know. Right, what do we got? That's a good question. I don't know. We'll see. Um, what are we going to do tonight? So we're going to look at for about an hour or so. We're going to look at all the targets using all the fleets. We're going to look at the ships that is available, the items that's available, and also, hey, the Jack, how you doing, mate? Long time no here. Um, and we're going to then play around with the new ships as well and upgrade some and then add some. There's some drones available as well to go on these ships as well, so we're going to do that as well and then mess around the targets a little bit and just see the difference. Yeah, so we're going to hit the 600 target, and then we're going to hit the 508 target as well, the 112, then the 110 as well. Bear in mind that obviously there are two different sets of bonuses as well. So if you hit these top tier targets as well, you get a 500k bonus, and then if you hit the two below it as well, you get an additional 500k bonus. So if you hit them all, obviously, then you obviously get a million bonus on top. So it's a million for these here. And then obviously there's another decent amount of points here. Look, what are we talking? 1.25, and then you get an additional 500k bonus as well. So that's not bad. I worked it out basically. If you've already got your ships reasonably upgraded, you can collect enough items here to get your flagship to X1 for 2 million points, which is not bad. There's not a huge amount of prizes. Some of them are quite decent. Some of them are average. There's a lot of tokens, a lot of deals out there as ever. So you can almost like forget the raid. If you want to just shortcut, then obviously you can just buy the stuff and then just not bother. But I don't think that's quite the idea, to be honest. Yeah. Anyway, new targets, new things to play with. What are we going to be using? Let's have a little look. So first and foremost, then we've got a range of fleets here at the top. So there's some dragoon targets as well. So there's a set of dragoons here. I haven't touched them since the last time we played, so we'll be using these dragoons. One's slightly different. It's just because I use it for the SSRBs, so it's got a bit of sonar in it as well. But it's only the one ship. The rest of them are pretty standard, to be honest. Um, haven't done anything to them, like I say, since they were the number one fleet, obviously for that particular raid event. Next, then obviously we've got the Zealots, and yeah, I've done a bit to the Zealots, obviously as I mentioned before. So I'm slightly different to other people in the way I've done mine, possibly. And you can see this one here. So the flagship is already up to X1. I've done that because it actually doesn't really do anything apart from give you more health. Doesn't put drones on it or make it very interesting. So to be honest, but what it does do is once you do put the drones on, and I will do that during this live stream for at least one of the ships anyway, if not more. We'll see how it goes. Then it gives them obviously a much extra strength, which is quite good because you get increased obviously in X1 there. Look, not only do you get this extra survival and that sort of stuff, but your drone damage goes up by 100%. The drone speed picks up actually the speed it travels across the water picks up as well. So there's quite a few bonuses to have by upping the flag. So if you're going to do anything first, if you want survival and haven't got all the parts to be able to update at least one of the ships and get the drone, then it may be better to do the flag, or you could flip it on its head and not worry about the flag and try and get some things up to X1 or 2 and that sort of stuff, and maybe get one of the ships up to U1 or 2, and then get one of the ships at least up to X1 because the drone, as you'll see, if you haven't seen already, there are a couple of videos out there because some people did coin straight into it. They are helpful, and I think this is going to be a really fun fleet to play with. I generally think it is. Anyway, so that's the Zealots, and I've got mine slightly different. Like I say, this one here has got two obviously MDS3s on it, so there's for counters only. Whether I end up keeping the countermeasure loader and or binning it afterwards, we'll see how it goes. It depends how much incoming missiles I can knock down. Obviously, this corrosive battery, there's a new battery version 2 in there as well. It only takes about 12 hours to fit per ship, and there's enough tokens there if you win them where you can change it out one at a time, as in win the battery, win the build token, and then you can just do it virtually instantly, or you can do it overnight if you want to. That's that there. Like I said, these ones here, these are full power. All I need to do is change the battery for the new battery. I've gone for this, the Guidance Scrambler, which adds 50% or virtually 50% evade bonus. Hoping these are going to be fast enough. If they're not, then I can obviously go and switch that out as well, and then we can go for another special, which is limited, obviously. Let's see if I've got anything going? No, I haven't. Good. So we can jump across and hop into limited. And as you normally know, then yeah, hyper 30 is the way to go. Not so good on the evade though. You do drop, but you do gain 30% combat speed. So it's a catch 22, whichever one you go with. Anyway, that's that. Other ships. Let's have a quick look. So that's those Pun-2s. Yeah, obviously this is our fleet from last time. There are a couple of good pun targets this time. So those are all just fitted out, pretty standard to be honest. I haven't done anything particularly special. Some people have different selection for the high pressure piping, that sort of stuff. I've gone that way, and I've used this the V42 rocket block for my combat speed. Other people have done other things as well, but yeah. So we'll play with those, but these are all fully upgraded and they've got all the extra rubbish on them as well. So not that I think it makes a huge amount of difference personally having some of the extra items. And then there's a target, I believe, as well for the pegs as well. We'll have a look at that. So we'll do a few things. And if it takes a bit more than an hour, that takes a bit more than an hour. We'll break it down to sections and we'll play. Right, yeah, crews. I have amassed quite a few crews, and I think for this one, to be honest, it will probably be Evade will be the one that you're going to want to use. I have kept a few lying around sort of stuff, but obviously there's a pun target and there's also some dragoon targets and then obviously some peg targets as well. So where shall we start? You tell me. Where do you want to start? What are we going to do first? Do you want to go from the bottom to the top or the top to the bottom, or I have no idea. Somebody type something in chat, let us know, and you can pick. I don't really mind what it is. Give us an idea. I know there's a bit of a time delay, but I don't really mind what we start with. So we can start from the top and work down. We can start at the bottom, work up. We can do all sorts of stuff. I don't really mind. It could be either or. Humdy tumdy tum. Tell you what I'll do. I'll put some music on while we're waiting for someone to make a decision. If it's too loud, as ever, just let me know and I'll turn it down. If it's not loud enough, then I can turn it up as well. More fun to play with zealots than pegs. Okay, all right then. So let's go a bit higher up. Just kill something. Bottom to top. Hello, John. How you doing? You're right then. Bottom to top. Right. Okay. There we go. So let's get dragoons out. Dragoons. Up. How you doing? Okay. He likes talking. Yeah, probably right actually. Dragoons. Right. What have we got here? So these are all right. Okay. Fair enough then. So we need building damage, don't we? Here we go. These should be quite easy to find. Should be, he says. Or maybe not. I did click the target, didn't I? If we can't find anything, we'll clearly move on. We did. Yeah, we did. Right, okay. These are worth a small amount anyway. Oh, the little diddy things. Look at these. Look, they're tiny. So there we go. Two little 42s there. I've no idea what these targets look like, but we'll have a little look. We'll play it by ear. Obviously, you can press the L, and then you can look for event targets, and then we can look right at the bottom for TSC as well, and you can go that way as well. So 42s. There's a couple of each in the sector. That's it. All close to me. So yeah, there were some good deals out while we're waiting for the ships to get there. I think for 3.99 it was like 30 bill tokens for upgrades and that sort of stuff for your zealots, which I thought was, when you think about it, that's a heck of a saving. I may or may not purchase that. What do you mean it's overpowered? Oh, I see. That's because my... Yeah, all right. Fair enough. It did say use these, didn't it? I'm sure it did. How could it be overpowered? It actually told me to use them. Or am I wrong? Or is it just because my level is too high and I shouldn't be using them? Let's just double check. Iron Claw Dragoon and Dragoons. Yep, that's exactly what I'm supposed to be using. Okay, amazing. Well, we're going to hit it anyway. Don't see how it's overpowered. Okay, I have to say the background music's pretty dull, but there we go. Wow, oh, we recognize this target. Yes, we recognize this target. So this one's pretty familiar, isn't it? So we just got to kill the drones, haven't we? First off, get down to the bottom, keep away from the fire. So what was this? This was one of the raid targets from before, wasn't it? I can't remember what the number was. I'm not sure what the damage is like either. Doesn't look as if it's going to be too hard, does it? So while we're talking about this and killing this target off, don't forget the when we get to the next update, I think that will be the change when we get the change to PvP as well. So that will cause a bit of an interesting moment for a few individuals. I'm sure there'll be a few people caught out by that maybe have not chosen to keep up to speed with what's going on in the game. I should have probably speeded those up a little bit more, but there we go. Let's see if I can get away with this. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, made that. We'll check the damage or type and that sort of stuff in a minute once we get through it. Yeah, so remember the base concept for PvP for those that like doing basing is massively going to change very soon. It's going to flip on its head, so the build an island in the middle of your base and protect it with everything you've got is not going to be the way to do things, because what you need to protect is completely going to change. It'll be down to protecting some random buildings, which the radio tower is one of them, and also the back to protecting warehouses again, which will be quite amusing, I think. I think that'll upset a few people. Hello, John. Yeah, it's PvP, mate. It's not the PvE. It's the PvP. So base hitting, your favourite. So it's back to what it used to be right at the very, very start, where actually it's more about protecting warehouses in certain buildings. So it's 2 minutes damage on that one there, and I got half point slip because obviously my level was too high. But it's instant fix if you really want to worry about getting 2,500. Bear in mind it's 2 million to get something that's up in the top tier level of stuff. But it's instant fix, isn't it? So anyway, that's a 42. Whilst it's fixing, let's go into the locator and let's find out our level 40. No, we don't want that. We want this one. Where's the closest one? It's down here. And how far is close? Not too far. I wonder if we can farm it en route. Will it show us, I wonder? Or is it just going to lag out and not show me anything? So I moved down into, obviously, Alpha in the way. I think this is Sector 18, I think. I'm not sure. But I only come down here for the raid, so. If anybody's in chat that's or watching this later that's from Sector 18, I'm not being rude. It's just I don't normally have Set the chat up when it's raiding. Trying to concentrate on what I'm doing rather than chatting too much. I think I've got enough chat for everybody anyway. So right, here we go. Number 40. So we recognise that previous target. I'm sure somebody will remind us what it was. There's 3 of them here. Look. Okay. But there's 4. There's a 42 as well. Yet again, the fleet is overpowered. The A set or the X set? Well, I'm going right the way through, John. So I'm going all the way from the bottom right to the top. So if you've got dragoons, these aren't too bad. It's one way of doing it. Oh, I like this target. We recognise this one. This is nice. This one. Done this one quite a few times. You can actually put checkpoints in on this target. So let them stack for a second. So we're going to take out, hopefully, that one there. And then I just right click and take out the things I want to kill as it goes round. So they've reduced definitely the resistance to the incoming, because these are dying much faster than what they normally do. Even with this fleet. So they've dampened the damage down from the previous event when these were actually being utilized. Definitely. So yeah, so basically as I'm driving past, what I generally do is pick an area, let the ships drive all the way around, and I shift click onto the target. So the ships will continue going, but I can then select, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to select just up here, and then I hold down the shift key, and then I'll click on, let's just say I'll click on that turret there, look. So as they drive past, they'll actually target that turret, which means that you can pick out particular turrets. And what in this target, it's obviously the UAVs, so we can take out this one. And obviously you can hit this target with puns as well, which is quite nice. And they can fire over the top of some of these rocks. So I can then click on this one in here, and whilst they're in selecting the first one, they should be able to hit the second one. Yeah, they can. And as long as they don't sit still, most of that rad damage, because it's dumbfire, I can avoid. I think this is just designed for grinding, isn't it? Because there's 0 damage, really, in all honesty. Not sure I can reach that one, but we'll have a little look. No, not quite. That's right. Right, we can definitely reach this one, though. We tuck in this corner here. We'll get there, John. Don't worry, mate. So yeah, so here we go. Look, you can see straight away then. So I'm going to go up to this top corner here. So on route, I'm going to shift and then click on that turret there, because I can drive past these. They've got a really short range. So as soon as that one's dead, then I'll click on this UAV turret up here. And there we go. So I'm clicking on there, and then I can drop one ship back down, so it just picks up this building. Okay, so that's that one done. So it was 2.5 minutes for the previous one. If you can get this under that, you could do a full set, couldn't you, for instant fix probably. Let's take a look then. As expected, you know, of the damage taken then, most of it's resisted, only 5% damage taken. I should have checked on the previous target, but it'll probably be the same. 42% resisted and only 5% taken again. So of the damage that I got, most of it was resisted. And then you go 230. So, you know, it's virtually instant fix on the sea, isn't it? Really is. And to be honest, you could probably change the crew and take away the building damage crews. I don't think we need it. And you could probably go for a damage reduction crew and get both these targets done for less. So if you're lower, then obviously, you know, you're going to be getting 10,000 then plus the bonus. But yeah, it's a grind target, isn't it? It's an instant fix. So there we go. We have got some progression. I'm not sure whether Kicks are going to add some prizes or not because you know, if you're up to speed with a lot of your builds, then there's not a huge amount in this first raid, which is nice because there's not lots of I must haves. There's just lots of stuff to get you upgrading things. You know, there's some PvP stuff, but I wouldn't even worry about that to be honest. That's just there to entice you. But yeah, in general terms, it's not too bad. Right. Anyway, there we go. That's the C set done. We'll pop those away and then we'll come back out now and we'll go for the B tier before we get up to the A tier stuff. So let's recall those. Let's hop in straight away. Okay, mate, it's good to see you on. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Let me just change this rather disastrous track a second. If that music gets too loud, just let me know, okay? Yeah, TJ, pop up, mate. That'd be good. 75. That's the routine sector for our alliance. There we go. We're in. Right. So I'll leave those there. I'll leave the crew, just let it time out. So here we go, pegs. So pegs, yeah, like I said, these are pretty standard to be honest. There's nothing special on them. They're all done, but there's nothing overly super about them. I haven't tried to upgrade them with new stuff. For these ones here, yeah, it's dubious. It's all penetrative, obviously, and it's missile and that sort of stuff. And as you know, they've got the side skirt scatters as well, so um, they can be helpful. But it's quite nice just to use either steelheads on these, or you can use this one, which I like, the wolf pack, because you obviously get the critical missile damage as well. It's only 40% buff, but it does help. Well, I have no idea where to find these targets, so we'll have a little look. I wasn't planning on answering that one anyway. Rightio, event. So we're going up a tier now. We've gone from C. We've done the 40-42s, and that's the Dragoons. Now we're moving up then to 60-62s. Okay. So let's see where's the closest one. There's no way it's that far away, surely. There's got to be something closer. Is there a 62 close? There is. All right, we'll put up with it because, oh, that's an 82 though, isn't it? That is an 82. And that's a siege target, so that's not good. 60, 60. There's got to be something closer than that, surely. Well, let's just find out. We'll go there. It's a catch 22. It's 6 or 1,500 the other, isn't it? Right, we'll go this way. Look, there's a 60 here and a 62 here. So as long as we don't die, then we can do them both in the same location. So this one's only 16 seconds away now. That's better. To answer your question, John, logic says you start with scatter guns and then you can adjust accordingly. I've some people using torpedoes. I know they are and that sort of stuff. It just depends. Depends how many ships you've got and where you place them. So, as I said, with the change to PvP, it's going to make a huge difference on what you have in your base defense. So, I'm really not doing too much about base defense at the moment. Right, here we go, level 60. First one then. Let's see what's inside. Ah, we recognize this one, don't we? So this is one where all the ships come in from this angle here. So I quite like this target. So we can bank these up here. So it's good. I've done a single video on this one. This one here, you put your flagship up and you just drop it to the front edge and just sit it there and just wait. It's not the most exciting one, but you can see in the bottom corner. Oh, I hate it when it does that. I should switch to HTML5. It doesn't do that. You can see the ships are starting to come in at the bottom of the screen. Look, we'll close this out of the way. There we go. Stonefish are coming, and then obviously the stonefish that cause the biggest damage on these ones here. But this, yeah, the flagship. Then the best thing to do is obviously to just keep it out front, and then use the side scatters to do all the damage. And then it shouldn't actually damage your main fleet at all. And then even if you have to dance around a little bit, then you can just set them back to where they came from. And try and keep the flagship inside the aura if you can as well. It does help. And generally, from what used to be on this one, once all these ships are dead, you can just let him select all, press S, and then let the whole lot just go and do it all on auto, because it didn't get any damage from the turrets. So it'd be interesting to see if there is a difference. The turrets, because these were X1 upgraded, they didn't do any damage whatsoever. It was just the flagship that was getting a bit of damage, so looks like as if it's going to be the same again. So here's the last two ships. So if we just move slightly up that way, because they do move a little bit, those ones. They're a little bit further forward. Hey Dio, how are you, mate? Right, there we go. So that's the ships done. And like I said, I've just selected all, press S, and the rest of it now is going to do on auto. And we'll see the difference. So it shouldn't receive any damage now. So we'll take a good look at the top. And most of the damage for this one comes from the stonefish, to be honest, because they are the hardest ships basically to kill, and also the ones that cause the most damage. But, I don't know if Nobby's a good dancer, to be honest. His dancing days are probably best behind him, I should imagine. Probably a good dinner and a 10-minute nap's probably more the thing these days. This has been a good fleet, this one, Pegasus. Quite enjoyed it. It's a little bit slow, that's the only thing with it, but another 10 combat speed, and I think this would have been the next exceptional fleet, you know. A good replacement for the Phoenix. It's been quite clever. It's just the time to kill the target. It just seems to take forever in these targets. But you can obviously go out, search for the next target, and then let this thing finish itself off. So I don't think we'll be able to fix instantly on the water for this one, because I think it's about 10 or 12 minutes damage. So we'll have a little look, and if not, we'll just remember the damage, and then we'll take it from there. A little slow. Yeah, they're a little slow. Rengo, how you doing? How are you, mate? You all right? So what have you missed so far? We did the bottom tier targets. We did the ones for the dragoons. We instant fix. You get obviously a knockdown penalty. You only get 2,500. If you're a low level, obviously you get 5,000 plus the bonus. I only got 2,500 for each target, but it was 2.5 minutes fix on the sea for each one of those. So if you're in that mood for grinding the hell out of the targets, then fine. This is the next level up, obviously. This is the assault targets. So let's have a look. Or the older ones anyway. 7 minutes. Okay, so that's not bad. Look. And I got 25k for that one there. So that's 10 times more damage, 10 times more points compared to previous ones. Okay, so if you happen to have some pegs, obviously, you're gonna get. They do take a little bit longer, probably about an extra 2 minutes for that target, but it is 10 times more points in return, and we haven't even got to the bonus yet. And I noticed there wasn't a hit down penalty, was there? So just bear that in mind. 7 minutes 50, nearly 8 minutes. um, for that target, and that was a 7. Oh, remind myself. Was it a 60 or a 62? See, now I'm showing my age. Let's have a look. What was that? A 60. There we go. I nearly hit the wrong one. So there you go. There's a 60 done. So we're going to get the 62. So this is going to get you 100k actually for doing this. Well, that's actually okay. 10 for a million, 7 minutes damage each one, 2 minutes fixing the base. Interesting. Anyway, 62. Let's have a look at this one. See what this one is. Okay, 7 minutes 50. That's the damage time thus far. Like I say, the crew at the moment, it's not a damage reduction. Like it is a oh, interesting. I think these is where the ships come from all over the place. So there's another set. There's a stack of ships coming from here and another stack come from here, don't they? They just keep on coming. I'm probably not the best one because I don't have the most amount of patience for these sort of things, but the point is obviously is make sure those rings don't get you. And then go and hide again. I'm not sure you can hide in these ones, these clouds, when the ships come in. But obviously the first thing I need to do is kill as many stonefish as I possibly can as soon as they come anywhere near me. Oh, those ships are acting very slowly. Okay, so we're going to fire off and get these ones first. And then we're going to switch fire and get that stonefish. Oh, it's really slow to turn. So even if that ship's coming in first, I'm going to target the stonefish anyway, because that's the one I want dead. So I'm not going to hit any more of the turrets until I've killed off all these ships, I think. Noting that obviously that oh, that's the first batch. So there's more generic damage across the whole fleet now. So the 62 is definitely more damage, isn't it? It's actually putting a bit of damage across the whole fleet, but that doesn't surprise me. Just keeping an eye on the time. Things will be kicking off in 25 minutes, so they'll be raiding soon. Okay, just the bottom few to get now. Also forget the buildings. Otherwise you have to end up coming all the way back again just to get the building, which is goddamn annoying. Yeah, so this fleet has been fun, but I just think the speed is... It's only down its Achilles heel, to be honest. Okay, so that's it. Let's see how let's do the test of time. Now, yeah, you can use the clouds and go and hide and that sort of stuff and bring ships towards you, etc. and that sort of stuff, but that makes the target even longer. Right, so what did we take there? Well, actually, we evaded and resisted every bit of penetrative there. That's interesting, that. So even from the stone sit, so it's corrosive only, actually. We took 4% of the damage from the corrosive, that was it. Resisted everything else. That's quite interesting. Well, they did just over half an hour. So knock off the 25 minutes, obviously. Because obviously in base fixing. So yeah, not horrendous. 15 minutes worth of fixing then to do. Which I shan't be doing, but yeah, okay. There we go. So that's the 60s. So let's recall that fleet. Let's go to the next level. He says. Let's take it up one level, shall we? Right. What is next? Let's have a look. Are we into pun territory yet? I'm not sure if we are. So we'll untick those. We've done those, and we've just hit those, so they're done. What is next? It is. It's pun twos. Right. Okay. 3 targets this time. First time you're going to get some shards in. So D99U shards. 2. Antipod launcher D90U shard times 2. Does that mean you just get 2 per hit? Does it? Maybe? Why does it say times 2 and that says 1? So maybe that's 1 and then that's the second one. Possibly. Anyway. So we're stepping up now. So we were obviously getting 25, 25. So there was 100k for obviously that set. And now we're going to get better. It's going up, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 350 and 100k bonus as well. So for doing the 3 targets. So we'll tick the box. So here we go for A sets, and we'll see how that is. So this is the question John was asking. Is it better to do the A set? So we're going to watch the time on this one here. Is it better to do the A set and get that bonus, or is it better to work around and try and get the 600 target maybe? Or do we mess around with Zealots and do the S targets? That's down to your build, but we'll have a little look. You're not enjoying the Zealot targets. Hey, Venom, how you doing, mate? I'm not quite sure why that was deleted. this program here that I'm using, Streamlabs, it's very temperamental. I'm not sure why it's deleting things. Too many caps. Oh, okay then. Good lord. Had to be Venom, didn't it? Eh? Oh dear. Obviously, it thinks you're being Mr. Angry. Right. Okay. Let's kill that off and that off and that off and that off and that off. Let's just put in a single ship quickly. And what is the fixed time for that? So 6 minutes. So it's 1 minute on that one there, and then it's 2 and a bit minutes on that one there. Yeah, same again there. So this is obviously done from splash damage. So yeah, look, 7 minutes again there. And the flagship's obviously the one. We were given a second flagship actually the other day. Not that anyone's got time to build it. And you've got 6 minutes fixed on that one. So it's not horrendous, but it would take an awful lot of hits to get the points that you'd need. Right. Fight me, Streamlabs. I thought he was going to say bite me. Rightio. Okay, so we're on to puns. Do we move them across to there? No, there's only 10 minutes left on that crew. Right, okay, we'll pick another one. So this time it's 3 targets then. It's, what did I say it was? 350k or 450k? 3 targets, 1, 2, 3, 450k I think it was. Or something along those lines. We'll look in a second anyway. Yeah, well, this one here. Right, okay. Looks like there's some just down here. So there we go. There's a little cluster. There we go. 8 targets. What do we got here? 407's there. The 82 is there. Another 82. Okay. Top to bottom. Let's go 407 first. Let's see what's in it, shall we? So 80 targets. We should be able to do a shed load of these and not have too much damage so you could grind away, hopefully. Let's see what we get. Oh, I've seen this target before. So this is the one where I go over here, up to around here, over to there, and then mess around. So, okay. Not too bad. I don't think these mines in this target, or they didn't, they don't actually do anything. They're just there to be annoying. So these are the guns to get out of the way first. These ones here, I can't remember what they're called anyway, but those are the ones that do the most damage. But if you manage to sneak through, which you should be able to, Do you know what? Since the last update, I'm finding it quite difficult to adjust to control ships. I'm not sure what's gone on, but it does now seem a little. See why they're going over there. It does seem different to before. Obviously, you get the bonus on reload, etc. If you kill off these torp towers. So this is A tier, and this is a fully tanked up set of puns. I am not liking the way these targets are behaving, I have to say. So this is the stacking method, obviously. The other method is obviously to put the flagship out front and then go that way, but we'll just... which is the recommended way, actually. But it is causing one hell of a bloody problem. Just in time for a long-ass raid, yeah. I don't think they've dialed the damage down, but I do think the target's dying quicker. That's not the normal route I take, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is, I'm guessing, the top level target, being that it's a 4-0. And this is one of the main raid targets from last time, isn't it? So I like the way they said they're looking into it. They're not going to give me compensation, are they? Right, that's that's a reasonable amount of damage there, isn't it? Hour, roughly. What do we get then? Radioactive and ballistic. Yeah, we knew about the radioactive. So of the damage that we took, 9%, 37% resisted, and then of the ballistic we took 10% and 44% resisted. A little bit of evade, but not enough to worry about. As I've said before, don't click the OK button, because right underneath that is probably the blitz button or the coin fix button. Let's have a look. Oh, it's just continue this time. That's not too bad. Okay, yeah, so we do get 2 shards straight away. Not too bad. Anyway, so it's indicated that we've obviously got the 150 for that one there. Let's try the 82, which may or may not be easy. Oh, what was the fixed time first? Sorry. Yeah, an hour. Okay, 1 hour. Half an hour, obviously, with Grease Monkey, if that's the way you want to go. 150 points, 150k, sorry, for 2 coin. That's not impressive, is it? That doesn't bode well for the higher targets in a minute. Hello, Martin. Sorry. How are you doing? All right, then. Are things a bit quiet? If they are a bit quiet, then I can adjust the mic a bit. Or turn the music down and we can turn the volume up a bit. So here we go, 82. Oh yeah, we know this target. These are all quite high damage targets, actually. Yeah, this is a drag forward target, isn't it? So I think we're going to do that. I'm not really representing the ships too well at the moment. Yeah, I bet the higher targets are going to be a bit cheeky. If cheeky is the term. I'm not liking the stacking at the moment. Why are they going over there? I didn't even press that direction. What, what is going? What are they doing? What are the ships doing? That's ridiculous. Right, come on. We want this turret down here, then this one here, and then we'll go down out the way slightly. Try and avoid some of the red damage. Oh, I can't control the ships. They're just not doing what I've asked. I did the final section of the PvE TLC today as well, and I noticed exactly the same thing. The one with the 7 different bases you got to hit, and I just couldn't control. So I'm pressing back, and the ships aren't following me. I just couldn't control the ships going through the channels. It was terrible. I don't know what that last update done, but it hasn't helped. I can't actually remember the right way to hit this target, but there we go. So I've just clicked 3 times and it didn't move. That's ridiculous. Okay. Let's hope the other targets are less damaging. So we had just over the hour for the first one. Let's see what we get now. That's 6 clicks before they moved. 6 clicks. That's ridiculous. Well, I missed something. What did I miss? Oh, there's a building down there. Little old building down here, look. Hey, James, pay your crew a decent amount of wages. No, mate, they're being furloughed, so they're not getting anything. The government's paying them. Right, there we go. So it was an hour and a minute, wasn't it? Let's have a look now. 11% taken again, and 8% this time. 1% evaded, and obviously nothing evaded there because it's an area effect weapon, the radioactive in this one. Where are we? Okay, that's not so bad, is it? Okay, so we don't mind those. That was literally 15 minutes worth of damage. So the other one it is all you're going to hit, and you're not going to do the tiers set. You're getting an hour damage for 150, or you're getting 15 minutes damage, which is instant fix in the base, and you can just keep plugging away getting 100k. So this could be a sweet spot target for somebody. Definitely. That was 15 minutes damage in total. That's not so bad. Is it 80, the last one? Probably is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, it's 80 to go. So just the 80. Let's find one then. Don't make me go too far. 18 seconds. We can tolerate 18 seconds. That's not too bad. Yeah, that could be a sweet spot target, couldn't it? I mean, bear in mind, these are pretty upgraded. But even so, 15 minutes, that's instant fix in the dock, straight back out again. You could, doing that the old way, you could smash out 2 million points an hour. I don't doubt that at all. That is definitely possible. If you're in for a grind, that could be the grind target. I mean, if you got it down a bit sweeter, you could probably get away with doing 2 targets and then going and docking. Anyway, let's have a look at this one there. So, 1 hour 16, wasn't it? 1 hour 60. Oh, this one should be even less damage then, shouldn't it? Because this is normally not a bad target, this one. We'll see how it goes. I wish I could remember the right paths because I can't really. Hey, Si, how you doing, my friend? Thanks for popping in, mate. So we've gone from the bottom targets, those that have just popped in anyway. We've gone from the bottom tier and we're going up all the way to the very top just to see how things are. So obviously I'm far too high a level to hit the lowest tier, but Dragoons did them. They did them for instant fix on the water, 2.5 minutes approximately each one. Really poor level points, but then again, you know, some people aren't into getting the highest tier stuff or available. It's not available to them, so just wait for those mines to disappear. If you've only got Dragoons, then it is doable if you've got a reasonable set. We moved up then to the Pegasi, the good old Pegasi, and they did okay as well. Not as perfect. One target was basically free fix or thereabouts. One was not though. And now we've moved up to the first lot for the Puntus. And we're having a little look. We're an hour's damage for the first one, which was the 40 something, which I'll have a look in a minute, and then 15 minutes for the second one. So that is definitely a sweet spot target because it's instant fix in the base. No damage at all, Ice. Thanks, mate. Do they not even slow you down at all? Let's find out. Let's drive over one, shall we? Oh, it's too late. It's gone. If they only slow you down, that's not so bad. But even the fact they slow you down is annoying, isn't it? See, there you go. See, that was 3 clicks then just to get those ships to move. That's ludicrous. Yeah, I think this looks like the set, and we'll look at the total damage for the set in a second. Oh, I should have got up and clipped that. I forgot to do that. We'll use a way marker here and see if the way markers are working. They sort of are. I mean, it's only the first go, but we do know these targets, so it looks like it's. Whoa, why are you going all the way down there? It looks like then it's 4 sets and a fix, but I think you'd be better off probably just hitting that single 82 target. HTML, no, I've stuck to Flash for now, mate. I didn't dare with the update and the way the things are a bit messed up. It's hard enough just using Flash, to be honest. Right, so that last one, that's the lowest target, 80. 11% taken in there and 8% taken. So that's very similar to the previous one. So total time, yeah. So both of those then. So they're both bottom targets, although they're only 2/3 value compared to the top level target. And I know you're not getting the bonus, but it is 15 minutes damage. In fact, that one's a little bit less for each of those targets. And that is a fully upgraded set of Punisher 2s, by the way. And they're all built the same. There's nothing special on them. They're all identical. So is that pretty average? Is it? Is that about right? 129. Does that sound about correct? Flash has stacking issues. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I could try switching if that's the. can switch it over. Let me just let me send these back. Recall these. I'll flip over a second and I'll try it on HTML5. Hang on, 2 seconds. Okay, we're back. There's Venom. What have we got then in the interim? So okay, want to see the new turret working. Yeah, I knew Venom was going to go for that first because it's PvP and that's his thing, isn't it? So um, yeah, he's probably already got his base. We noticed the new turret, the reload of it is okay, but the range that it fires is sorry, the projectile speed is really slow. Bear in mind that some of them are going at 2,000 and 3,000 on projectile speed. I think this thing's like a couple of hundred or 275 or something like that. Really, really good turret. I've prepared some turrets at the back ready to put 3 on already, so I'm definitely getting it. I've already switched to a drag base. Uh, yeah, just because I like mid-range turrets because you can move them around a lot more. So I'm prepped for those, and that's the main thing I want out of the raid myself. I know Venom's very similar, so um, yeah, we can have a look. Have you put one in your base, mate? Have you had a little look? We can send some PvP ships in. If you stick it on the outside, we'll just see what it's like. Obviously, you won't have too much boost and that sort of stuff, but you can get some pretty good boosts from obviously the specials that are available for PvP. So um, anyway, right, yeah. So sorry, tangents. We can have a look at that in a second. Right, that one's finished. Let's dismiss that. Uh, that one is fixing, and it's got 19 minutes left. We're getting there. You've got 2 in. Okay. We'll just let this speed up and catch up a second, and then we'll move across to the next level up, which I think is the S targets. I think it is next, isn't it? Is it S tier next? Pretty sure it is. Which means we start to get to play with zealots, don't we, and that sort of stuff. So, like I said, I've switched from Flash now to HTML because apparently stacking issues are better here because it's disastrous on Flash as far as I'm concerned. 7 minutes. I may just let them fix, hadn't I? Let me have a little look then. So 2 minutes and that'll be done. Right. So quick recap then. So Dragoon's done 40-42. Hit down bonus is in effect, so you get half the damage. Sorry, half the thing. You only get 5k basically. I don't know whether that comes at level 100 or where it sits. I don't really know. But you do get the 10k bonus, so that's not too bad. But it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes of work for a very little return. You're not really going to get anything out of those, to be honest. If you've got Pegasus, I definitely think those are reasonable targets. One is better than the other one, especially the old raid target, because obviously it's only the flagship that takes damage. I think it was 7.5 minutes, so 2 minutes fixing the base, and you're getting 25 every time you hit. There's no hit down penalty on those ones there. Next one up, if you've got them and they're a bit of a decent level, then the 1882, which is the Pun 2 targets on the A tier, those were instant fix, roughly about 15 minutes. One was actually slightly less. You are starting to get some shards, so if you do need D99Us, then obviously you're going to get those as well. And like I said, that could be the sweet spot. It took an hour's damage for the 407. I don't think you might be able to bring it down a bit more, but I don't think you're able to bring it down a lot more. Oh, I see. It's possible shards and it's guaranteed shards. Oh, that's why the difference between the green and the red. Didn't clock that before. But yeah, so whilst you're getting, 100k bonus, and yeah, I acknowledge you're getting 50 more there, but actually you're taking 4 times the damage, and you've got to wait 3/4 an hour. And 3/4 an hour, you could smash out plenty more of those targets. I literally do believe in an hour you could probably get 2 million points quite easily. Definitely a million points, if not. You would definitely get more than the hour's worth of damage to get the 450. So that's probably not the way to go for the set, unless you are coining. And you could almost, if you're probably using a Grease Monkey crew out in the water, you might be able to get these down for under 5 minutes. Might be able to. The 80 was a little less damage. I think it was like 14 minutes. The Grease Monkey crew, because of the extra bonus you get, you might get it under 5 minutes, which means then that is a winner. If you've got the crews, that is. Right, yeah, so anyway, so that's that done. We're going to move up then. We are now going to get into the Zealot territory. So here we go. It's S tier, godlike almost, but not quite. Obviously no hit down penalties here. There are shards, possible shards then for the Absolver scatterguns. Personally, I don't need them because I've got all I need now for my fleet. Unless I start dropping down the countermeasures. But I've got plenty as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, the flagship and obviously the standard Zealot is what it's recommending. So this, if I get both of them, obviously it's 1 million points then for the set. 2 targets then, so a 110 and a 112. Looking at that then, I believe these ships then do well with extra evade, so that's what I've gone for. Is this one fixed now? Yeah, virtually it is. Yeah. And as I said previously, when we were doing some preview targets last time, a lot of the crews now that you're moving into this territory, sorry, let's just fix these quickly. Dismiss that. Start repair. Right. Yeah. Once we're now moving into Zealot territory, obviously it's scatterguns, it's corrosive, and a lot of the crews came out before corrosive was in the game, so you're not going to get half the bonuses that you get with most other crews. You'll notice then when you start looking at things like Demolition Squad, which is fantastic. Damage protection, yeah, it says all damage protection except corrosive. You don't get any protection for the corrosive damage, so bear that in mind. Okay, most of the damage may come from the corrosive, particularly on the ships when the little drones start firing at you as well, which is slightly annoying. With 3 ships on the 110, you've got 2 hours 41. Lordy, lordy, lordy. What upgrade level are you, mate? Just let us know, Venom, mate. Whilst you're just checking that, then Grease Monkey again, yet again, look, yeah, no problem at all. Ships in this fleet repair in half the time, fantastic, okay. And gain the following bonuses: damage taken, combat speed, all damage, and all damage protection, except yet again, corrosive. So you get the penetrative bonus, but you don't get obviously any bonus from the corrosive. So I don't think that's the right way to go personally. Use it if you've got them, but I would keep it in your dock and probably use something else. Yeah. Anyway, so that's there's not a great deal of anything else across here. Look, that doesn't serve you any purpose whatsoever. But this is what I'm going for, okay? Which is, as you can see, I've got 1 or 2 Sea Serpent crews. Turn speed, fantastic, okay, so long as it's not all dirty in a minute. And then obviously it's the evade. It's the evade is what I'm after. So yeah, so while I'm sitting at the moment on these ships here, look, where am I sitting in my defense stats? Then I'm currently evade bonus is 32 on this one, okay, which is not amazing. This one's sitting at 66. Why is this one at 32? There's a reason for it. Oh, I know why. Simply because I was going to testing out the countermeasure loader 4 to see if it makes a difference. This is why I actually did upgrade this ship. Because the invade is not brilliant, I've actually upgraded that one. Because also helps the other ships as well, because the aura effect. And then when I do start putting on the drones on these ones here, because these are U3, they're not X1, then obviously we'll get some bonus out of that as well. These 3 ships are all the same. These are the full power ships. Obviously, we're going to get the new special and put that on as well. I think I've probably got enough tokens already. I did that TLC the other day and I had some previous tokens as well. So I think I've probably got enough just to go and put them straight on as soon as I win the prize. And then this is the other countermeasure ship as well, which is built virtually identical to, in fact, it is identical to the flagship as well. You'll notice then on the flagship and this ship here, I've gone for 2 of each of the armors, whereas the other 3 ships then I've gone for 3 corrosive defense and only 1 penetrative defense. Anyway, let's get out and have a look. So I think the way ahead is to use sea serpents. Maybe wrong. You can't be using steelheads. Steelheads will do absolutely nothing. Steelheads, as you know, it's obviously damage protection across all damage types, but not corrosive. All right, so it's absolutely a waste of time using steelheads unless you just want a little bit of penetrative protection. But I think evade's the way to go, personally. Right, let's knock out and let's have a little look. So there should be plenty of targets around. There's 110s now. Let's see if it is anything like what we had. And I suppose the first question is, what angle of attack can you go in at? I noticed on the VXP target, you could choose which angle to go in at, and you could just keep adjusting that on the low level target. So I'm hoping it's the same here. Fantastic. Someone's killed this one. No, it looks like already the way this is designed, you won't have a choice. Because obviously I can't come in from the bottom. Let's just see how things stack and behave while I'm in here, actually. See, already I'm preferring, so they're stacking okay, and they're responding to the mouse click. So is that HTML5 improvement? So they're definitely doing quite decent. So that we're content with. Let's just do a chase and track a second. So we'll put the flagship out front, and will they follow some waypoints properly? Yeah, they seem to. Yeah, that seems okay, doesn't it? Okay, so that's definitely working. Because obviously when the scatter ships sort of come towards you, it probably is a good idea, because it's now the strongest ship, is to put the flagship out front. A little bit like we used to do with the old Phoenix fleets. And let the flagship take most of the damage, because it will also be the cheapest one to fix probably as well. Let it take the damage and let the other one sneak around the side and then just give damage if possible. That is a way to do it. I've seen that in a couple of videos as well. Anyway, we don't want this target because somebody's already made a mess in it. I'm sure we can find a complete one. So that was a 110. What's this over here? This is a 110 as well. Let's have a look. You'll probably find someone's knocking out the first few turrets and then leaving and probably getting a reasonable amount of points or something. Or maybe they died. We'll see. So this one's complete. There you go. So there's those drones. And then what have we got in here? So we mentioned that those weren't really doing a great deal of damage. Let's take a look. So yeah, when they get this speed up bonus, that's not a bad thing to have. So hopefully we can take out some of these turrets before we actually... I'm watching the damage bar at the same time to see what it's like. Here comes... Yeah, that got me. So I'm knocking down all the missiles then, by the looks of it. I've only got 4 countermeasures on, so... So this, we're going to zoom in a little bit because these are an absolute pain. But I believe what we can do is do that, hopefully. So it's going to target just the flagship, and then I can get away with, yeah, them targeting me, but not quite sure why it's running away. But still got some splash damage there, didn't I, though? Just didn't quite get away with all of it, but not too bad. So that's a start. So these are scatters, and you can definitely outrange these scatters. There's 1, 2, 3 there. I need to kill that building. So I'm going to have to go around the top probably, and probably drive fast if I can past this scatter, to take out that building. I'm going to target that building, and with a bit of luck, I might be able to drive past. If I go quite far out, let's see what happens. Just watch the damage bar, see what happens. Yeah, so that mostly hit behind, didn't it? Oh, I can't move. Why is that? Right, I'm not worried about the sentinels. What I want to do is kill the halo, which I've done. There we go. Right, that's done. So then we've got these drones here, and what I want to do is get it and kill this, isn't it? So I might drive straight across here, ignoring these, and literally target that. But I'm going to get rid of these drones first, I think. Just going to watch that ship. But I think we'll pull the flagship out front first. Got it. Okay, not bad. Can we go around the back? Yeah, so those definitely... So speed is helpful. Let's bring them up. I'd rather the carriers came to me. It does slow things down. So these already, I like them just because of the speed. Now, when it comes later on and we get these to X1, obviously we're going to be having drones which will start moving around, and I can let the drone attack the ships. And bear in mind, the ships don't attack your drones, apparently. So we'll test that in a bit once we do some upgrading. But I've heard that they don't attack your ships, so... Oh, that wasn't wise of me, was it? I should have killed that ship first. There we go. Right, okay. And if the drones are there and they're outside the zone and the ships aren't attacking them, we may be able to pick off some of the ships without taking any incoming at all. So the only thing that's really going to bother me now is to kill off these Halo equivalents as fast as we can, because they're the ones who are actually bringing the damage. But keep an eye on, am I actually taking any incoming missiles from the sense? I don't think so. I think I'm missing them all out. Let's zoom in and have a better look. In fact, let's do it over here. There's one there, isn't there? No, I think I knocked down every single one of those in. So there was 2 or 3 turrets over there. Let's go in again and have a look. We won't kill anything, but not worried about those because we know those who can't evade those. Or we can evade a bit of them, but there we go. They're firing now. Okay, so every single one of those missed. Let's take out this building at the back. I'll drive right past. I'm not worried about targeting those too much. This is what I like about scattergun ships. Whack the shit out of things. Right, so I'm going to tease these ships out towards me, and then I'm going to go back up the top. Yep, there we go. Because I don't want to deal with all this rubbish. So those drones, so if I had drones to counter these ones, then obviously I'd put my drones out front now, and they'd probably knock them out. That wasn't so bad though. Now those two ships together, so while they're stacked together, I'm going to let me take them both out probably roughly about the same time. Yeah, not bad. It's a bit difficult to control. These ships are already... So Kixeye, the build that they've suggested is obviously Hyper 30. I think that makes them too fast. I think that will cause you problems in the long run. Got to check out what that bar means as well. I'm not really sure. There's stuff down here. Yeah, yes, there is. There's drones down there. So do those drones come at me now? No, they don't. Why didn't they... Not sure why those drones didn't do anything. Oh, I'll just come down here and get out of the way. Okay, not too bad. I prefer these targets already to the previous ones, so that's something. Hey, Venom, good night, mate. Sorry, buddy. Bingo, there we go. Right, done. Just over an 8 for the fleet. Probably about 7th or something like that. It's just died. Let's have a look then. What is that? Bear in mind, yeah, I'm at U3 across the main ships and X1 on the flagship, so I'm clearly going to get less damage than a lot of people. Let's not click that button. Let's see what it says underneath it. It says Blitz. There we go. That's the reason. So 1 hour. Okay. 1 hour's damage. Managed to get most of it onto the flagship. Half an hour's damage with a grease monkey. Yes, I. Do you know what I do that all the time? When I watch Ren do things as well, I'm terrible for that. I'm absolutely nightmare. I'm going, oh yeah, I want to drag X, Y, and Z, or I want to click the button, and yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, so 1 hour and 2 minutes. Let's find the other target and see what happens. Was that the 110? It was the 110, wasn't it? Let me just double check. I mean, you compare that to the pun one, which was an hour and 26, wasn't it, in total for the three? Um, you know, it may not be the thing to go up here at all and touch any of these. Although, you know, I've done the 110, I'm about to do a 112, and that stuff. All I've got to do is then is the two single ones. So in hitting these ones here, I've already knocked off these two at the bottom of this one here. So 112 is next. So then I've just got two more, one more of these, and then smack the 600 target, which I'm going to do anyway, just to show everybody what it is. So, and then we're going to go back and mess around with some drones, I think. So yeah, 112 next. Let's have a little look. There's a 112 here. Hopefully no one's killed it or damaged it. Okay, let's just zoom out and take a look at it. Okay, here we go. So I think these are going to be real fun once we get the drones up around. These ships particularly, I like. Warbirds, isn't it? Yeah. I do like playing with these ships because I think the mechanic is very clever. I like it a lot. It's definitely my top of target. It actually involves a bit of skill driving, which is nice. Now, I thought these rings automatically just kept going. They don't. They actually track towards you, so they won't split again unless you are... Well, they didn't in the preview one. Oh, no, they've changed it because they came back in on me. No, that's right. Good. Right, so let's target the warbird quickly and kill it off. Let's get down here and kill off this ship, which I should have unstacked, but there we go, not to worry. Hopefully we can see us. I can outrun the scatter, which I can. It's all behind me, which is nice. Good. I can kill off this one here. And then I can get in and do the building, which is what I want to try to do, is get this building here. Now I've done that, I can get in and start really picking on halos over and above anything else. because they're the things that are going to cause me pain. It's the halos I've got to worry about. The rest of it I'm not bothered about, to be honest. Now, I might need to take out this. Oh, here we go. There's another one. So it's brought out drones. So let's kill off the drones. Great. Let's get in and kill this big, nasty ship. Now, I've got to be careful because obviously there's a warbird there. If that's what it indeed is. Yeah, it is. Right. And there's another one coming. Oh, I only managed to get clobbered with one set of drones. That wasn't bad going. Let's kill off this other one. Quite happy with that. Let's bring the flagship down now. So do what I said I was going to do. Play drag and drop for a bit. I'm a bit too close because I'm getting some sentinel fire, but some halo fire, but hey ho. Okay, yeah, so HTML5 is definitely the way to go. It's far more responsive. Though I haven't hit these particular targets in Flash, HTML5 is definitely working out better. There's another ship. There's one there. Oh, and oh, it's another set, a complete set. Darn, I didn't realize that. There's another set. Right, let's get out of the way. Let's. I thought I was done on ships. Let's have a look. Oh no, there's another one there. Right, okay. So let's take the flagship back down. He can take all the scatter damage. Kill off those. Let's see if I can get in and get to it. Another set of scatter ships. Right, they can outrange me, so there's no point me messing about. Let's kill it off first. Before another set of scatters come out. Right, we're done on that. So the top end of the target's finished. We are definitely going to come down and mess up all these. We can probably get right in close here and not take too much fire. He says. Oh, let's kill the building. Oh, the building has died. Good. Don't really care about the warehouses. I just want to kill off the halo turrets. Right, okay. Thanks, James, mate. Okay, take it easy. Have a good raid, buddy. I think we can drive by, kill all these here. They shouldn't touch us. Yeah, they're firing behind because we're outpacing them. Yeah, firing all behind, so that's good. So these seem to be the right speed. Now this one here, we're gonna, because it's a funny angle, I might be able to have driven past that way. But, oops. What I'm gonna try and do is to see if we can kite it, just to see if we can outrange it. I think if you get the right angle, got a bit of time. There we go. So although we're not actually touching the turret, we can definitely do it. Right, what are we left with? Just this rubbish down the bottom. Oh, there is still one more ship there, but we're not in a rush for that. So there's a building there to kill off and another one down there. So we need to kill that scatter gun by running past a couple of times and then we can blast all that area there. So we've got two more scatter turrets to worry about, haven't we? Don't care about the sent target turrets because I can evade all of those. I'm just wondering if I've got too many MDS3s on my fleet now. Whether I can just cut it down to one of the ships, i.e. like the flagship maybe. We'll check damage in a minute and see where the main damage is, because I did hear that the Halo equivalent, because they're not actually Halos, because they're not moving, the Halo equivalents target the weakest ship. Sorry, the strongest ship, so that they all start getting damaged. Yeah, so they target the strongest ship. And I mean, clearly we can make a theory on that, but it can actually be tested. So it's just that one scatter turret there. We drive past it. Just need to watch that ship at the top, which I think is all that's left now. I think these ships don't need Hyper 30. I think they're fast enough as they are. I think with Hyper 30, you'd be in a right mess, to be honest. Right, done. Nearly half damage, though. Half the ship's fleet's gone. So what did we take? We took 6%. We resisted and evaded quite a lot. So there you go. There's the answer. Look, 48% of that was evaded. So evade is definitely a good way to go. And now corrosive in general, you can't evade there. There you are. So, and that's the proof of it. But we only actually managed to take 5% across the whole fleet. And we resisted a lot of that. So for, for corrosive, then it's definitely to do good, high resistance, which has a insurmountable drop-off rate the higher up you go. So there's a deteriorating return. But penetrative definitely can be evaded. So 6% taken and 5% taken. That's not too bad. I'm not going to press the OK button. What's below it? It splits. Okay. I'm not touching that. 2.5 hours. And that was a million points, wasn't it? 250, 250 and thing. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So yes, yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah. Yeah, countermeasure hits do count as evade. So it's a bit fictitious, isn't it? Because we took down all of those Sentinel or equivalent to Sentinel turret missiles, and none of them hit. Just wonder how many I can get away with going down to. I've only got 4 across the fleet now. I mean, what if I could just have 2 on one ship and put all the rest of these at full power? That'd be really good, wouldn't it? Anyway, we are going to instant fix those ones because I've got the puns fixing and right. Okay. So we have completed. Where are we at the moment? We're at nearly 1.5 hours. Wow, 1.5 hours. That's gone quick. Pun target's better if not coins. Yeah, no, I agree actually. Yeah, you're right. I still think the sweet spot is definitely those lower targets. I think you can definitely, if you're a non-coiner, uh, you can rack up quite a few points. Because if you're a non-coiner, you know it's great having the zealots, but you're just going to sit now. I can do 2 sets of those. That's the fleet dead, you know, and I can do nothing else. I have to wait and come back. Whereas if you're smashing away on these 80s and 82s, it's definitely the way to go for the person that's just in it for the entertainment, chatting to friends in alley chat or normal comms chat, and just plugging away. You will stack up quite a few million points, no time at all. Particularly as we're all sitting, or a lot of us are sitting at home doing very little, getting paid for it at the moment. You know, you could pass a few hours each day and get quite a few points. The prize is, you know, if you were getting 1 million an hour, I think those are extortionately overpriced because they were cheaper in pillage. But anyway, and the targets were easier. But you can get quite a good set of target tokens here. You can definitely get some of that. You know, we want this definitely without a doubt. We'll pick one of those up now. So that's obviously the new bat for the ship. We'll add it on in a second. Probably put it on the flagship or something. In fact, we'll go and do that in a minute. Corrosive damage, building damage, look, and wall damage and turret defense, which is interesting. 3/6 is not a huge amount, but it all helps because it's damage that you otherwise will be taking. So let's recall the fleet. We might slap that on, or should we not slap it on and show that without it, and then we'll do all the adjustments afterwards? I think actually we'll do that because otherwise I'm just taking people into areas and territory that if you're not an uber coiner, it's fictitious amount of damage. But anyway, let's have a look. Right, I'm just gonna quickly slap another one of these on, and that's probably finished building because I always like a bit of EXP going. Yeah, there we go. Start one of those as well. Grind on, grind on. Yeah, exactly. So we have a grinding method anyway, and it's going to be a free raid for those that you know choose that option. So long as Kickside don't do any changes, then the 80s are the way ahead with Puntus. Yeah, so just out of interest, so that's got 36 minutes left on it, so you can do a couple of hits on that. And if I was going to refit this one here, let's have a look at the time. Really tempted to take that off. Very tempted to take that off and possibly drop one of those, or maybe I'll just do it in stages. I don't know. But yeah, so changing that, uh, getting over to the limited, and then dropping. So look at the difference then. So the well, I'm looking at pen battery. Should be looking at corrosive. Sorry. So yeah, corrosive damage plus 30%, and then building on wall at 80%. Turret defense 1.8. It's not a huge upgrade, is it? Corrosive damage 40, but an extra 10. You get an extra from 80, you're going up to 95, extra 15% on wall and building. Well, the walls are relevant because there aren't any, but building damage and your turret defense, then you basically, yeah, you're doubling it. That's what you're getting. It's there are other things to get over and above. It's nice to get these, but there are other things to get. Bear in mind they'll come later on, probably in the TLC. There are other things to get out there that will do you better, particularly if you've got tons of corrosive battery 1. Because building damage, the buildings don't look that tough. Wall damage, um, irrelevant. Turret defense will upgrade your ships. Hello, mate. How you doing? You all right? Good to see you. So yes, but expensive, and I would probably get, if you haven't got the right scatter guns, maybe I would probably go with those because the amount of difference in damage is quite phenomenal. So the thing that was missing of this ship was a Vade, but I'm not really sure it makes a huge amount of difference. I'm not confident that taking that off, because the good thing about adding countermeasure reloader is obviously you get the 25% bonus on scattergun reload, which means then it's like having a free scatter. So you can almost say that doesn't exist, and actually that's in its place, and then that's just a bonus, and that one works twice as well as this one because technically you've got the bonus, and on top of that then obviously you've got the extra bonuses from the special. Because it's a countermeasure special, you're getting the reload bonuses, and you're getting the range increase, and you're getting the accuracy increase and that stuff. So it still may be the way ahead. I don't see the turrets, taking that long to die, are they? And maybe it is, because basically I've only got technically then a twice as good MDS3, and I've actually got 7 out of the 8 possible top of the range absolver scatterguns. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is worth putting the battery on a minute. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go out and hit the other target first because, like I said, I don't think it'd be appropriate to put all the upgrades on and then go and do it and then go, look how clever I was. I think it's far better to just crack on as it is. Right, so we have then hit the S targets. They're done. They're fine. We'll untick those, which then automatically ticks off the 2 targets for this one here. We've got 2 more targets to do, and then we get the one. By hitting these here, we'll get the 1.25 million because obviously it's 750k for these 2. Expect to get a lot more damage, obviously. And then obviously you get, it's less, it's only 250 for this one, so I'm not expecting as much damage as we did get previously, but you do get the 500k bonus again. So that doesn't put you in a bad position. So we are going to tick this one here, and we're going to look for some 508s first. He says, do we see? I don't even know what they look like, to be honest. So no, that's a little baby one. Or did I just tick all? I think I might have done. Let's have a look at that again. I think I ticked everything. No, I didn't. Have I got other ticks on? No, I haven't, but other ticks. The ticks are all off. I don't know why the other targets are all showing up still. Doesn't matter. Right, we'll go for a different method. We'll press L. We'll look at event. We'll go for the X tier. And there's the 508. There's one there. Oh, there's one quite close somewhere. It's quite close. 13 seconds away. There we go. Let's hopefully no one's touched it. And what we'll have to do to finish off the whole set is we'll have to finish coining probably the pun 2s and then come out and smash the big target at the end. 508, that's correct, isn't it? Let's have a look then. This is a, yeah, it says it's an assault tier 8 and tier 9. I like to see you hit it with tier 8s. You can hit it with tier 8 and tier 9 ships. I don't think you'd be hitting it with tier 8 ships, to be honest. But let's have a look then. Hopefully no one's touched it, like I said. So, didn't think I was going to get a chance to join then for a second. Huh. Okay, let's just zoom out. And what do we got then? We've got a... Yeah, some of the nice fun ships. This one will be quite decent, I think, to be honest. That's where we need to get to first. We need to get in there and get that out. So if we can rush in here, drive by, kill, and do a loop maybe? I think we can probably loop that. He says, oh, that's interesting. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, got snagged slightly by that scatter. Okay, not so bad. Right. So that's the menacing. Is there just the one? Or is there another one up there? No, it's just that one. This is quite a big target. And also quite a bit of damage already. Right, I'm not adhering to my own rules here. So let's start putting the flagship out the front. So this would normally then, the drone would be out here and it'd be attacking these turrets by itself already, but obviously I haven't done those upgrades yet on the standard Zealot. So let me just drive by this one. I could have kited that, I suppose. Now I can do the building, and I can come back and take out these halos. Okay, that works. Seeing as that ship's doing nothing by itself, can I get in quickly? Take it out? Yes, I can. Got hit by a couple of halos. Right, let's take the flagship back up and let's go and get this one out of the way. Not too bad. Let's keep out the way of the halos for now. So yeah, so that was a... Yeah, that was that scent target. Turret, sorry. See, it's all scatter, isn't it? And a few rockets, so... missiles, sorry. This could be going worse, I suppose. I think I'll ignore that. Catch 22. I need to get around the back to kill that off because look, that is protecting all four of those there. But the amount of damage I'm taking seems to be killing them quite quickly anyway. Let's focus on killing actually that one. Keeping away from the scatter. They're dying quite quick anyway. Let's see if I can kite these. Yep. So kiting is definitely an option. Okay, so look, where are we now? We're up to the next section. Building there, building there. Ah, so there's two more. There's one here and there's one there. So I'm going to nip up through here and get that one while we've got the opportunity because those ships are out the way. Here come the drones. Mind out the way of those auras. Yeah, got it, got it, got it, got it. Nice. puts us in a pretty reasonable place, I think, to be honest. Not like in the damage though, but okay. So how are we doing? We've got one there and one there, and then one over here. So those shouldn't hit. No, they're not. So can we kite this? Yes, we can, and probably the same with this one. Yeah. So take out this one here. If we're getting a bit closer, we shouldn't have too much of a drama. Not so bad. Radio. This scent won't give us any trouble at all. Here we go. Right, so we've triggered that one. Can we trick them or make them come around the back of the building? So obviously the next ones won't come out until those are dead. So yes, we can. Right, okay. Hopefully. No, actually they're already hitting me, so you would have been toast by now. You've got to kill these drones off because they outrange you completely. So there's no point pussyfooting around and you've just got to do it. But at the old Draconian run, we used to have the no, I didn't know what the name of the things was. Whatever kicked all the drones out previously. So actually, there's nothing else to fire at me, so I can just kite all this. I think yes, there is. It's just kiting stuff now. So this one here is covering all these. Let's see how many hits. Now that nothing should be able to hit me, let's see how many. Do I need that extra building damage? That's the question. How many hits is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so 7 hits. Let me kill the building and see how many hits it is. Right, I'm not going to use that turret because obviously that turret's part dead. So it was 7 hits. Typhoon, that was it, bro. Thanks, mate. So there was 7 hits then with the building in place. Let the cooldown disappear because that would be false. You have some drones. I'm going to have some drones in a minute because I'm going to put them on all 4 ships, I think. In a minute, we're going to come back in and have a little look at this. But I want to see how much damage we've got first. 1, 2, 2. There you go. So from 7 down to 2. So it is definitely going to pay off. If you were doing all 4 turrets, it definitely pays to smash them first. Because if you're doing drive-bys, look, and just going to let them fire behind you and miss, it does take considerably longer. That was... I've got to go past again. Take the risk of getting more damage. I mean, they're all firing behind me, so let's kill this building off because this is the building that's protecting this one. Now let's drive past this one. Let's go a bit higher angle and see how many shots it takes. Just to prove the point. 2. Okay, so it is. So it literally, you know, if you're doing the drive-by method, it is better to get in and do those buildings. Right. So where are we sitting then? That's the top one of those targets there. 6% taken, then loads of evade, but obviously most of that, as has already been discussed, is probably the fact that we're knocking in the sentinel turrets. And 10% taken on the corrosive because that's all those scatter drones. And we got rid of those as best we can. It may pay to whack out all the scatter ships first, you know. 2 hours in layman's terms, 2 hours? I don't know if that's reasonable or not. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not, to be honest. Anyway, they're done. Let's put those away. Although we are going to fix them. We'll get them under the 2 hours and we'll coin the rest, and then we're going to put the drones on and have a bit of fun. But in the meantime, let's find the top level pun target. So that's going to be a bit of... Now, clearly I could use steelheads for this because it's Punisher, which is siege, which means it's the right sort of damage that, radioactive and ballistic and they would work. But I can imagine it's such a high level, like I said, diminishing returns. I don't think it'll make a huge amount of difference. So we're going to go with more building power damage than anything else. How are we on these? 40, 46. Let's just cancel that a second. Let's just take a look. Where are we with this one? 14 minutes. No. Let's speed things up a little. Let's pull a ship out of here. That one will do. Drop that into there. Oh, hello. He's not fixed either. I forgot about that one. Well, let's do that. Where does that get us? 119. Drop that out. Where does that get us now? 112. I forgot about that. 53. Let's just put that back in and let's do start repair, and we'll do 2 coin repair. How's that? Oh, you hate the drones. Predicted text. Sorry, mate. You're on your phone, obviously. Yeah, drones are annoying, but at least the targets aren't boring. And you've got, I mean, people are now going to have, and no one's going to have a perfect video yet. There's lots of different ways to attack these targets, and I like that. I genuinely do. At last, we've actually got some targets that just aren't like, go from here, go to there, go to here. You've got some decisions to make, which is great. There's actually some fun back in the game where you've actually got to decipher what to kill, what not to kill, etc. That really, I find that far more interesting. Right, fixed. Those need to go on to fix. We'll come back to those in a second. Right, let's get out and have a look at the last one of the pun targets then. So we need some building damage as our crew. Well, choosing a crew, you don't have to, but and it was what was the number? Let's have a look. Press L, event, God tier X, that is. And we've done the 508, so it probably is, yeah, Draconian Fortress then, 600. Where is the closest one? Down here. So a huge number, but it wasn't worth a huge amount of points, was it? Was it 250, 350, something like that, if I remember rightly? 250. Okay, but it does finish this set off. So this one's good, this one's good, this one's done, and it does give you a shard for a boring 99U. Okay, thanks for that then. It'd be nice if it gave you a guaranteed shard for the Zolva Scattergun, because if you're in doing this set, I should imagine your puns are pretty good by now. But anyway, not to worry. So just by hitting this one target, I'm going to get 750,000 points basically, because I'm going to get the bonus plus the 250. So bear that in mind. Let's take a look and see what it is. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go and mess around with the, like I said, the Zealots. We'll upgrade them all to X1, and then we'll go out and mess around with the drones on them and see if it makes a difference. Which is absolutely going to transform the fleet, by the way. It'll be a completely different way of hitting targets then. Right, let's shrink. Whoa. Don't you dare. Yeah, I took some damage then, and that's a bit sneaky. That is bang out of order. The second you go into target, you get a one of them, that thing firing at you. Right, so what is in? I need to be careful, because otherwise I'll get... Look at the size of this thing. That said, though, these are just mines. But I bet they're painful mines. So what is the way to kill this target? Let's have a look. So we need to kill that off. Where's the next one? There. There's nothing here. Nothing hidden around there. So there's one there. Where's the next one? One up here. Nothing around here. One there. Is that it? Not too bad. I thought it would be worse than that. Okay, let's. Should we do the drag thing? Let's see if we can do the drag thing. So we need to target that. Can we get in underneath? Let's have a look. Yes, we can. That's what she said. I have no idea what I said there, Paul. I'll have to play that back to myself. Right, these drones are going to move if I kill this. Well, that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting the next one to be able to fire at me then, but it didn't. Now these things are just sitting here. They're not even moving. That's goddamn annoying. That means you need to zigzag around. And then to zigzag around, I wonder if I can slide up through here, actually. That's not easy. What would be intriguing is if this target gives bugger all damage. Because it could be better than doing the 82s. Oh, now the drones decide to move. Interesting. Whoa. Radiative damage coming in from the north. Didn't clock that. Okay, so I've already got more damage. So where is that turret? Oh, it's up there, isn't it? So I wonder if I can drive around that arc. Or get... yeah, I could probably get through here, I think. Whoa, get away from me. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. I think I've got to kill this building. Yes, I have. Yeah. Oh, well, now the drones are coming in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at the size of that thing. Oh, right. Yeah, gotcha. No, she never said that. I can guarantee it. Okay, this is okay. This is not a bad target. Need to kill that thing off. Going to drive over this first though, so that we get the reload bonus, etc. I'm not sure those mines are doing anything. Oh, that was handy. I triggered those. However, there is only one way in, look, because that's walled off all the way around down here, so I can't get in that way. It must be nearly time for the raid to start in the next sector. 11, 12, 1, yeah. Alpha Charlie. Good luck, everybody. Hope it goes well for you. I'm going to drive straight over that mine because I don't want to get snagged. I don't think you have... Can you get around this corner without getting... Yeah, you can just get around, yeah. Oh yeah, you can sneak through. What's left? You don't have to do the talk tower, so is it just that building? Can I sneak through here without triggering a mine? Yes, and that's it done. Right, okay. Let's have a look at that then. 3 AM in 64, wow. 2 more hours, woohoo. Okay, so that was that target there then. 10% taken and 8% taken. Radioactive, no evade obviously because it's a area of effect weapon. Um, that's those flamethrower thingies, isn't it? There's a couple of launches, but not much. No, hit some of the mines. So I'm taking what I should have done is probably got in and clipped a mine and then exited and then see if it took any give me any damage. But yeah, so resisted most of it, 88%. No evade again, so no evade at all in this. So evade crew won't help at all whatsoever, apart from turning. Uh, but resisted again, a whole stack of it. 1 hour. Okay, an hour's damage. It's still the 8082 is still the way ahead for the non-coiner. It's definitely the way ahead. But an hour's damage for 250. Yeah, so if you are a coiner, you're still better to go and you've only got puns. You're still better to go down the other way and do the pun set. But a smart player would just keep hitting the 1882s, I think, personally. Okay, an hour. I'm not coining that. I'm just going to let that fix itself out. So we've got the answer to that then. Right, let's go back and have a look at the Zealots. Raid time sucks. Don't mind Bounty. Bounty's been quite good fun. I enjoyed the last couple of bounties. Um, Ready ho. What? Where are we now with points? I have no idea. Oh, that's because I bought something, didn't it? Yeah, so 1.3. Okay. I thought I put those to fix. Obviously not. Right, let's start repairing them. I was going to do 4 coins anyway, so I may as well. Because we're going to mess about with 2 on there. Yeah, it did, but I have to say, see, I changed that concept, the 1 coin per million, because it got silly. But then, I mean, let's go back and look at the targets, okay? And if we're getting, what are we getting here? So there's a million, okay? And there's another million and a bit, okay? So 2 and a bit. But when you flip across, and now the prizes, it's annoying that they're limited. But we're only going to do that twice, and you get one of the brand new scatterguns, like, and it's, now these used to be like 70 million or something to get, didn't they? You know, I know they're limited, but even it's still only going to be 15. So I don't know. Yeah, hey Slappy, are you on HTML5, mate, or are you on Flash? Because I had to change from Flash to HTML5, buddy. It was horrendous. So it swings and roundabouts, and it would take a little bit of math, I'm sure, to sort it out. But I'm not so sure because the prices have come down that we're worse off or better. I'm not exactly sure where we're sitting, but it still seems to be getting a reasonable amount. So it's about ratio. It's not necessarily. I'd have to go back and look at some of the older raid stuff first, I think, because I don't actually know without doing that. Because if you need to get, it's 70 coin to get 70 million to get a turret that, okay, wasn't restricted, you could put as many as in, but you don't want too many of the same turret in your base anyway, then what's the point? Is it better maybe just to get 50 million points and get 3 limited turrets and just put those in your base and call it a day? I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're just doing PvE, I mean, ultimately this fleet here is just going to turn around and it's go out and help you collect the routine chore stuff anyway once the raid's over. So do you need the Absolver Scattergun, or do you just get the cheap one, slap it on, and just go, thanks very much, I'm good, and then in your slow time just do some upgrades? You know, you don't have to have the best. It doesn't have to be that way. it's interesting. You know, we've had plenty of events where there's been giving away shards and giving away tokens and that sort of stuff. So, you know, it is interesting. Anyway, talking rubbish. Let's mess around with these zealots. So yeah, I can just finish those off now. Right, so this one is completely done, I believe. What we're going to do is mess around with these. That's not got left. Going to mess around with these. So this one here, we're going to upgrade first. So we're going to start the upgrade. See, look at those there. We've got so many of the upgrade kits from that previous event. It was fab. What was that? That was the April thing, wasn't it? That got us ridiculous amount of kits. So I'm going to do drones. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do now, mate. So I'm going to do the drones. So we're going to start the upgrade. And I'm not going to deny it. I went and bought a pack of upgrade kits as well. So not these, as in the tokens to do the upgrade. These things. I don't know if that's my eyesight or that's out of focus, but I don't know. I should have enough tokens, I think, to do all 4 ships. So I think it was like 299 coins for 30 days worth or something. It was, you know. I know that was a waste of a few hours, wasn't it? 13 hours wasted there. And so let's view in dock. And that's this one, isn't it now, which is done. And then refit. Right, so is the drone automatically on now? Or do I have to? It says fully upgraded. Look, I've not seen that before. Did it normally say that? Filthy corner. You know I am. What's this here? Click to enable multi-place mode, allowing you to quickly assign the same components to multiple slots by clicking. Oh, I see. That's just because I haven't done that, and now it's going to. Doesn't it normally come up in there? It does, doesn't it? Why is that not lighting up? I mean, maybe just pick some random thing. Yeah, it does. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's why. Where's the? I thought it was going to do a drone slot and they had to put a drone on it. So it's already on. Severity joint. Now I always thought it was going to open up. I was expecting a CIC quite equivalent down here, and then you'd have to fit the drone on. Wife is driving a tractor. Okay, mate, you take it easy. Okay, well, we'll have a little look in a second then. Right, so that was quite straightforward then. So that's one. We're going to do all 4 because otherwise, why are we doing the stream? I think we can get all 4 done. I think so. We'll have a look anyway. That's 2. I think I might have collected too many of those kits in that event the other day. But that event was free. I just smacked a few targets, went and fixed, went back, smacked a few targets, and went and fixed. So it didn't actually cost anything, that event. Just a bit of time. Oh God, yeah, this thing, unfortunately, it can't do. Yeah, this OBS locks down crazy amount of things. I don't know how to unlock it, to be honest. So you can't add links, but you can. When this stream's finished, go into the comment section, and then you can add, or send me it personally, and then I'll add if you've got one already. So that's the 3 of them done, isn't it? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. That's fine. So I may change this and just change this to match those 4 and just leave that one as the countermeasure ship and see what happens. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the other 440 upgrade tokens. I think I might have collected slightly too many. So that was the April, whatever it was, because of aid. It was like you had to collect, was it like 40, the tokens, the boxes you could open up? You could open up those. I collected all the boxes, and it just kept giving you different tokens and that's like different options. I don't know. There was the prizes in that April of what was the event called? I can't remember what it's called. The lockdown event, anyway, whatever that was called. I mean, I didn't get all of them from there. Yeah, hey Slappy, mate. Yeah, are you on Flash, mate, or are you on HTML5? Because I had to go off of Flash and go onto HTML5. They're stacking fine in HTML5, or they seem to be, but they were an absolute mess in Flash. Maybe they're doing it on purpose because no one's using HTML5, and maybe this is a way to make us do it. Maybe they've coded something. No, that's a silly thing to say. There we go, done. Right, we are up to speed. Shall I change that ship? Refit. Shall I change that ship? It wouldn't be much of a change. Copy to clipboard. Let's see how much it costs. What would it take to do that? Invalid code. Nope, that's definitely not the thing. That's a stream key. That was for something completely different. That was for letting somebody come in on and watching and take part in the stream. Right, hang on. Let's go back again. This is the one here, isn't it? Yes. However, I'm not going to put that on. I will change it if I'm going to change it to the other new one. Refit, share, copy to clipboard. Done that. Right, okay. Sack that off. Go into here. Pick up this one. This is the way to do it. Refit, share, get rid. No, it hasn't picked up. What is wrong with HTML5? Nobody wants to come and join. This is not the crib show. That's the link to a crib show to get in. Why does HTML5 do that? Right, we're going to go the old way. Right, that's goddamn annoying. So that would be taking that off. And that would be taking... Oh, no, leave that alone. No, that's the wrong thing to press. That would be leaving that on. That would be putting on the new limited thing. Yes, this. And that'd be taking these off. Oh, I don't know if I've got spare absolvers, actually. I don't. Oh, there's the answer. I'm not going to do it. So it's only a day. It's one. Oh, it's overweight. Oh, of course, you can't do that. So it's only one absolver to do. And you've got to pick up another one of those scatters instead, haven't you? One of these cruddy ones down here. Let me look at scatters. Yeah, save and load. See, there you go. You're smarter than me already. So I think the Calypso is the strongest one, isn't it? There is a limited one, but I don't think I've got any more left. Yeah, there's this one here, which is the... I can't read that because my eyesight's terrible. Is that an orca? Or was it... What does it say? Can somebody read that? No, still can't read it. Thea something circle. Anyway, I can't read it. It's too small. Right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. For the difference in damage, let's just have this one here. So that fits. So I'd need one more absolver for that one there. And it's a 1 day. Why is that 1 day 4 hours to do that? And yet to put it's 1 day 3 hours to put a more powerful scattergun on. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever, does it? Okay, it's overweight. I get that. But that's ludicrous. So what if you go all scatters if you actually went hyper 30? I'm not going to do hyper 30 because hyper 30 is just, no, you can't. It's still overweight. Hyper 30, I think the ships would be too quick. I don't think it'd be a good option. So we aren't going to do that right now because I don't think I've got enough points to go out and collect. No, because it's 2.25. Okay, there's the answer. Let's go out and play then, shall we? So what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We upgraded all these now to X1. 2, 3, 4. So we've done the upgrade to X1. We have not changed this one from a countermeasure though. We're going to leave that as it is for the moment. That's run out of time, so we're going to dismiss that. I nearly pressed extend. We're going to pick up a new crew and we're going to go out and play. Right. And I'm definitely getting old because I can't remember the name of the target. Let's have a look. X. And it must be the 508. Yes, it must be the 508. So this should be quite different now. So with a bit of luck, my drones will take out their drones. Now the thing is, bear in mind, they don't target my drones. So my drones can do the killing, but I can't let them, or sorry, they won't target my drones and I can just sit back, do nothing, basically. That's not going to happen. Let's have a look then. I do like this target though. It's quite big, isn't it? It's quite fun. So I could bring those puns back out again, do the other one, and then pick the scattergun up and then refit this ship overnight. Yeah, I could do that actually. You need to lock targets. Okay. So click on targets. So let's have a look. Let's just have a little look. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Oh, well, I like that though. Already that's killed that ship. Oh, I see. They've died. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at them just firing out all by themselves. So if I just go forward and let them do the damage, and then I can run away. Can I... Well, this is ridiculous. I'm not actually doing anything. This is crazy. Well, let's zoom in and watch this a second. Right, hang on. So I'm basically pushing the drones now towards that Atlas carrier, and I'm not taking any damage, and they're killing the Atlas carrier off for me. So because that's the range look of my scatters there. That's the range of the countermeasures. That's nothing to do with it. So they fire out again. They stop. They stop at that range, and they start moving again. There you go. So I see. So it's when the no one. So which ship is that? So when I get into range. Oh, so the range. Oh, that's quite handy having the countermeasure ship there. So that works. So the countermeasure is giving you an indication of the range of this. It's the same range basically as the countermeasure. So I like that idea. So I can kill off all the ships now. Jesus, this thing is going to be virtually free, isn't it? Well, no, it's not actually. Wow. I mean, yeah, I could have kited those, but even so. Well, that's going to make a huge difference, isn't it? An absolutely monstrous difference. I wonder if I can encourage that ship to come down. No, no, that's interesting. Do they? They've got 10 million health apparently, and then I've got extra health now because do they die faster in those rings? Yes, they do. So can I sneak up? That's what I want to do. Can I sneak up and let them target that ship without dying? No, I can't exactly. Okay. How would they do towards these targets over here? Oh, they're going to kill that building. That's not very clever, is it? However, I think I can get inside the range of these. I can. So what I'm interested in is what happens when these drones come out here. Can my drones kill off their drones? Yeah, the drones. Sorry, yeah, that's the other thing I've noticed. So I'm not drawing any help from my ships by using the drones. Clearly, this is a lot slower. And there's no way I can say this is free because ultimately it isn't, is it? Look what I've just had to do to get these to X1. Or should I say, look what I've just done to get these to X1. Okay, so if I drive past this close, but not actually on it, there's my drones now. They're going to go and kill that turret for me, which means now I can go in and kill the halos. Taking a lot less damage. Because not only are my ships kicking out drones, they're also lots more powerful because they're actually at X1 now. Okay, so that's done. So now I can get in there. Right, there's their drone ship coming in now, so that's interesting. Well, there's no point in trying to avoid those because those I've got no choice but to kill off. So, okay. Remember I said they don't target my drones. They will completely. But my drones could kill them. I noticed that. So my drones killed off the whole set of their drones. So I can use it as a defense force. Look at that, look. Every single drone died then. Their drones, that is. What an interesting fleet. What a clever little design. Wow. I'm mildly impressed. So that should give me a buff and a barrier, shouldn't it? Hopefully. Let me just do that. So those drones are there. So I'm definitely getting hit. So I need to get in and kill this ship now before the next lot of drones come out. wonder how many of my drones it takes to kill theirs. Right, not many at all, 2. So if I time it right, I can get mine to kill theirs and then go in and kill, now, and kill the ship, hopefully. What, the ship's dead? If I get this right, I could almost instant fix this target, I think. It's long though, isn't it? Do you not think it's long? I mean, it's not going to be instant fix. There's no doubt about it. But it's not going to be hugely expensive now. Bear in mind, it is the only first raid, so they're going to do a lot of damage, aren't they? But conceptual-wise, though, brilliant fun. Quite like these. Right, that's a boring one. What a clever little fleet. Well, that's practically half the target dead, isn't it? Yeah, you're right, Si. When I'm closer and I'm in there, they seem to have a bit more of oomph, don't they? So I'll have to read the blurb. See, straight away, it was a problem getting to that. So now I can use the drones to kill off these so I don't take any damage whilst I get in. Is that going to come down to me? That'd be really nice if it does. We like that. I think we can do the same again. God, these drones are powerful. Look at that. Flipping heck. Right. So I think we can get rid of these UAV carriers now, but that will trigger off these, won't it? So, but if I can send the drones far enough forward where they can just hit, maybe I can't. I can do it without triggering the carrier. Let's see. Can I target? I think the range is in. What did it say? 30? Yes. So that means no drones are going to come out from there because those carriers, the drones don't trigger until the carrier starts moving. Ah, no, I've got to target something, haven't I, first? That's right. Oh, no, I just moved. I didn't actually target anything. Wow. Yeah, I think so too. I'm liking this. As a concept, I think it's fab. I don't mind that it's actually, oddly, I don't mind that it's taking a little longer because it's got a bit of a fun bit of challenge to it. Look at the little amount of damage we've done already. Out they pop. I mean, they're killing them faster than I can. So that's done. So now, I need to sort of like nip off that halo if I can. There's another one there. So I need to run out wide or something. So I haven't triggered the drones off that ship. There they go now. They're just coming in now. So maybe I just whack that off now. Well, I never did. I'm pretty impressed, I have to say. Hello, young lady. How are you? Have you seen these drones, Serena? They're brilliant. Really enjoying. We nearly killed this target off, and for look at a little amount of damage. I mean, yeah, okay, we're at X1. I acknowledge that already, but these are fun. So with countermeasure load of 4 on one of the ships at least, it shows you the range of the drone aura, and then you can push the drones forward, look, and they take out the targets for you, and you don't take any damage. I reckon you can get away with this bugger all damage, personally, if you get good at it. Quite clever. What a great concept. So I need to go through and take those out, which I reckon I can drive by, kite that scatter, which I just did, which is nice, which means I can go right in now and smack those halos, or whatever they are equivalent of. We'll keep out the way and then let the drones do the rest. Likey a lot. Here we go. Let's kill off this other ship. Now the drones have gone to go and attack God only knows what, but if I don't kill them, that means there's no more coming out. So until I kill them, they don't get replaced. That's a better way of doing it. Run around the outside of them. So all I've got to do is kill this off. Look at a little amount of damage. What was it, 2 hours and... I'll have to replay it myself now. 2 hours 30 last time was the damage. Now this is going to take much longer because that's still alive. So if I come in closer and kite this, because we know we can, then I can go in and take out the building, which is the thing that makes things 4 times harder to kill. Now it should die pretty quick. Hi Stephen, thanks mate, thanks for subscribing. Now you're putting pressure on me, by the way. And there we go. Right. Isn't that interesting? So they don't spawn unless you move, but the second you move, look, out they pop and wallop. Very nice indeed. Everything's dead. That's the top level target. And for a first go, quite a different concept. Slower, but doable. Now, it was half the fleet was dead last time, bear in mind. Half the fleet. Yeah, 2 hours 19. It was half the goddamn fleet. 40 minutes. Wow. That is phenomenal. And that's not without the new, I'm still debating if I even need now. I mean, I'm definitely going to have at least one countermeasure on it, but I want to get away with as few countermeasures as possible, because I was putting countermeasures on mostly because of the carriers, because the carriers fire not only scatters, but they fire those missiles at you, and you can't seem to have enough countermeasures to stop the damn missiles hitting you, and they outrange you as well. Hi Stephen, hey mate. But now with the drones, you don't trigger the carriers now, and the drones go and kill them. So all you got then is the sentinels coming in. So it's just working out how few you have to have on to knock out the sense. So that's interesting. Yeah, so this whole fleet now are all my fleets X-Well? Of course they are. What do you expect? I'm one of those, yeah, people will know that know me very well. I'm definitely one of those people that I will do it right at the start, because now that's it. Now I've got the basis of if they up the damage next month or they do something different, I can say, well, look, you've given us no extra toys to play with. There's nothing extra I can put on these ships. And if it's the same targets, it's just what you've done, and you've made the targets harder. And then we can actually look back at the videos and go, yeah, it is, it's gone up from X, Y, and Z, like this is 40 minutes. And if it's next time, or the drones aren't killing us quicker because they're upping the damage and that sort of stuff. So yeah, you're right. The flag doesn't have the drones, but what the flag does, doesn't it? Remember, is it has the aura, and it gives you the drones on the other ships double the amount of damage output. So I'm definitely need to get glasses to read this. Blooming heck. Frenzy. There we go. So drone aura, that's that fanatical fever thing. Okay then, which is further down in the writing. Okay, but the drone damage is plus 100% and the drone speed is 200. So the drones weren't as fast as the ships. He has the patience of a gnat. You're probably right there. Um, no, there's no problem about it. Yeah. I don't have the time anymore anyway. That's half my problem. Um, so now the drones at 200, so they're twice as fast, and that sort of stuff, which I don't know whether they need to be, but they definitely get there, which is nice because they were half the speed of the fleet before. I mean, if you bust that fleet up there, that's one coin to fix that, isn't it? So one coin does that much damage there. Or if you break that down, that's a few minutes each ship in the dock, isn't it? But I mean, that's a heck of an upgrade to get to that, you know. $20 or something like that, or whatever it is. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. 399 coins. I mean, okay. So for examples, you can do the options because there's options to have. I think it's, and I did this not last month, one before. Last month I didn't buy any coins at all. Month before I did. I think it's 2,950 coins or something like that, which is a 65% reduction in rate, and it's about £80 or something like that. I think it's around £90 or whatever it is. But over 2 months, you break that down, that's a quid a day or something like that. It's nothing. £1 a day for entertainment. And look what I can do to my fleets. I can instantly upgrade them and that sort of stuff, for £1 a day. It's not exactly expensive, and I'm not an advocate, as you know. I quit the game for a year because I was frustrated to hell with the previous team, you know. But I do think, and we never got coin deals like we do now and that sort of stuff, and upgrade deals and that sort of stuff, It's definitely a better team. Anyway, those are freaking interesting, to say the least. Um, hmm. I'm impressed. Okay, 1.8 million. I should do another one base, and I could go and get that, stick it on, and upgrade that other ship. I'm really intrigued to know how few I can get away with on the countermeasures. I know how we can do it. We could drop the ship off and just go out and just drive in towards some sense, couldn't we? And then just see what happens. We don't actually have to change the ship. No, we don't have to change it. Why didn't I think of that before? We can just get rid of the ship and don't put it in the fleet and just have one less ship. Okay, I'm losing a drone, but so what? Imagine if you could do this with just 3 ships. Just the flagship and 2 others. I don't know, maybe we can have a look. What's the bottom target I can possibly hit with the... Because the incoming missiles, I don't care what it is. It's just the 110 is the lowest one, isn't it? Yeah, the 110. Okay, let's do that because that's going to answer us question for us, isn't it? I have to say, Kicks answered one of my tickets the other day very favourably to me, and I just did those upgrades then that didn't really cost me anything at all. And it probably was my fault as I did a TLC and I didn't get the tokens, and they gave me the tokens and a little bit left over on top. So the raid's live now for you, good mate. Have a good one, okay? Have a good one. It's just ticks past. Oh yeah. Well, the raid is definitely live now for some people. We're It started at 11 for me, and then 12 obviously for beta, and it goes on. We're 137 now. So I'm in. I think this is 18. I think it is. Nobby there. He's in 75 and 75. I'm not sure what time it starts there. I'm sure he'll tell us in chat in a minute. But that's. Yeah, exactly. Right, let's have a little look at this. 40 minutes. I'm going to drop that ship off, which means, that's what I thought, I can. So we've got a clean bill of health. Literally put 1 coin on that fleet. Speed that up. I forgot to put those to fix, but it doesn't really matter. Let's just drop that ship out of there. Let's pull that one back here. What would it have been to fix one of those? So it was only 3 minutes look each. 3.5 minutes. That's all it is. Well, you're in 95, so yeah. So 2 a.m. for 75. Yeah, 2 a.m. for 75. So that's 2 a.m. UK, obviously. Interesting. Right. Okay. Let's. They're done, aren't they? And so we've got rid of the other countermeasure ships. So all we've got now for countermeasures is 2 MDS threes on the flagship. Okay. The aura is a duplicate aura of 1, so it won't matter. It only auras itself. So I'm not losing anything on the aura cap. Oh, actually, yes, I am. Bonus effect applies to each zealot or devout zealot or a cap 5. What is that? Combat speed. So I am losing a little bit of the aura because I've lost one ship. So penetrative survival, cold snap immunity. So the cold snap will stay. Yeah, so I am losing a little bit of the fanatics aura. 1/5 of it, basically. Yeah, it's 139, 140 at the moment. Time-wise, sorry. Yeah. Okay, launch fleet. Like I said, that's what we were going to look at, weren't we? I haven't even looked at the prizes yet. We've been on for nearly 2 hours. I've not even looked at a single thing in the prize list yet. Ah, dear. Right. Yeah, I'm one drone down, but they weren't exactly quite going where I thought they were going to go anyway. Right, so we're going to go press L again. We're going to look at the event targets. We're going to drop down to, yeah, I think they were in this one, weren't they? No, sorry, down to this one here. And it's the level 110, wasn't it? So there's a 110 there. You're telling me that's the closest one? Oh, it's not that far. It's 19 seconds. I bet you there are some closer though. Well, maybe not. No, because there's a 40. No, it doesn't look like there is. Okay, I'll let them off. I don't know why I've just targeted that. Right, 110. Let's go for this one here because it's warning. A full fleet is recommended. I'm sure it is. Okay. A full fleet is recommended. Yes, you're right. I am a little bit that way. Come on, Si, you know me long enough now. Let's have a little look. It's so this is purely not about damage and not about the thing. This is about, do I have enough drones and do I have enough countermeasures? So there's a good test because look, one, 2, 3, 4, and these are longer range than the halos, so they'll fire first, or they should fire first. So I need to push the drones out first. I've no idea why the drones aren't firing. Why are the drones not firing? Do you have to have all your ships in? No, you surely don't. Why aren't the drones coming out? What have I not done? maybe you do have to have all the ships in to get the drones. That's not right, surely. No drones are coming out. What have I done? Surely you don't have to have every ship upgraded to get the drones to work. Do the drones only work in the top 2 targets? I have no idea. They're definitely not working here. Or maybe it's because they're not working on those little tiny things. Okay, here's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, they all died. Let's get some more stuff. Oops. Let's get some more stuff to fire at me. Right, let's come in. So that was that one. I don't know what the range of these are, but it's huge. They were called Sentinels, weren't they? Those turrets. I'm pretty sure they were. The reload's pretty slow, but hey. Right. Right, every single one of those is done. Ah, I see. You've had to click on something. Now it works. So how many of these are firing now? I'm more interested in the how many countermeasures I've need to. So one's firing. I suppose we could do with firing at the same time, though, couldn't we? So 2 is definitely taking down a single turret. I'm not worried about the halos, by the way. That's not what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at these coming in here. And the answer is, I think we can go full power with the 5th ship and not worry. Let's just get a shitload of them coming at me. I think we can get away with 2 MDS3s, you know. Ah, right. So some of those, yeah, some of those on that carrier managed to get through. But that's because I got a bit too close, look. Because that carrier is now dead. Or it will be, yeah. So none of those got through. Because if I keep out the way far enough. So it's just a case of how you do the targets. That's true, yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. There's stuff down there. Okay. I love the way you can push the drones down. I suppose I'm trying to be greedy. It would be really nice if the drones didn't self-destruct, but then they'd be getting targeted, and we don't want them targeted. So. Yeah, so those are taking longer to die because of that building there. Look, so look at that. That single one there covers all these over. Oh, I see. So this one and that one covers both sets. So if you kill that one, you still got to kill that one. Or was it? Blimey, that's annoying. Yeah, so I just target that little drone and still it made no difference. No, none of my drones came out. So you can't target, you can't use it against the corrosive scatter drones. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, no, or maybe you can't. I don't know. Anyway, ooh, that's interesting, isn't it? So how many's left in here? One, two, three, three of them. One, two, three firing at me now, and they're all taken out. Right, well that definitely means I'm going to refit that fourth ship without a doubt. So I need to get an absorber scattergun, put it on there, and then take off the MDS3s that don't need them on that fourth ship. Good, that was worth doing. Radio, we're just going to let that sit there. Yeah, so the drones do die because they just have a time expiry. So the health just ticks away at them, sort of stuff. So they can't be targeted, but they do die. If that sort of makes sense. It's quite an unusual mechanic, but well, I suppose it's not really. The second they launch, they've got a time expiry and they just die off. And then you just, as soon as one dies off, because you could bring your, I suppose what you could do, you could bring your ships in staggered, and then one would fire, and then the next one would fire, and then the next one. In fact, that'd be smart. If you brought your ships in initially staggered, the first one would go in, then the second one a little bit later, then the third one, then the fourth one, and then restack your ship, and then one would just keep kicking out every now and again. Yeah, but just to start them off, Kevin, yeah, I got you. They do, yeah, you're right. Their firing rate's slower, and obviously they don't move any further forward. But to start them off, mind you, saying that they don't last very long, so. Oh, right, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, got you. Yeah, of course, yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's interesting. Right, okay. I think that's probably enough, apart from having a look at the. Did I do an extra 500? Did I? Don't remember doing that. I must have done. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did, because that was the one that only took 40 minutes damage. We're going to let these fix in slow time. We'll just have a look at the prize list quickly, and that's the last thing we'll do, apart from the build I've sort of gone with. So prize list wise, then Mongoose heavy rocket. Yeah, this is the medium range rocket. That's obviously explosive. It's to go in your base. You need the HT turret for it to go on. Its damage is 2 million, but there are at least 3 specials that work really well that go on the turret itself to help with a projectile speed, because it's stupidly low. Bear in mind, some projectile speed items are actually up in the thousands, so just bear that in mind. But range and the range is not too bad. The inner range is 110, and there are worse ones out there. Some of them are up to 140. But it only has a range of 250. So if you're going to put this in the center island, I'd probably put it in front of your OP and not behind it, because obviously you won't reach all your channel, depending on how long your channel is. I think the arc width, I think it's about 60. Ren's got a video out on it, because he was asking one of the devs about it. Gilly, in fact. Ren P, that is, check out his channel, because he's got some good stuff going on. And the spread then is 75. So an arc of fire, it doesn't actually kick in until you get to the 110, obviously, and then it stops, or it can't range past 250. So it's definitely got a finite sort of range and that sort of stuff. But ultimately, with all the extra sort of pressure you can get on the specials, it does make a huge difference. Splash is reasonable at 10. I'm saying reasonable, it's not fantastic, but it's reasonable. But obviously you get a salvo of 5, so obviously you're going to split that 2 million up into those salvos. Reload times 6, and you can bring that right down. There are a couple of specials you can use. 6 is not bad for a reload on actually a medium range turret. Even with the version 2 of the Pyre, you can put that on and bring it down considerably. So you'll get them firing every couple of seconds easily, which is quite decent, to be honest. What else have we got in the store? Yeah, we know about the Absolver scatter guns. I think they're overpriced for this raid, to be honest. I was expecting 1.5 to 2, 2.25 for each, which I know it's only a small amount, but when you start adding them up and collecting 10, that's quite a bit. Hull-wise, what have we got in here? Hull-wise, we've got the Lurker, blur, don't bother. Howlers are still good fun, and they're working very well. Yeah, I mean, you can virtually give them away, fully built with all the bits on them. So, but if you're a non-coiner, clearly, then obviously they're still there. It's 3 million points, and they're obtainable. Basilica, they are still a pain in the backside because they snipe everybody's OP still. Um, Especially if you've got a subjugator to take out the annoying UAVs coming in, then those things can still be a pain. You can be a low-level player and still annoy the hell out of anybody if they forget to widen their base enough, which is actually quite difficult to do. Houndsmaster is very good, obviously in base. Oops, got a bit crazy there then. It's very good in base, obviously, because obviously you can fire a stack of launchers and it annoys the hell out of all, the incoming PvP ships. What else have we got then? People are building breaches with high evade and having fun with those because the ballistic turrets can't hit them. They can't, yeah, because they can't target. That's just a load of junk as far as I'm concerned. I've got all those ships and I don't use them. I'm really never got into that sort of stuff. It's not the right sort of PV, sort of like, yeah, FVF, sorry, not PV, FVF sort of stuff. Oh, a second. Oh no, you can't have a second one. Let's get rid of that. I didn't click off the hide things you've already got button. I think if you were getting the strikes, look at 1 million. I think you're mental, to be honest. And like the Saturn ring, why would you want to go and get that? You better struggling on. If you're going to get 1 million for this and 1 million for that, you'd be a bit crazy, to be honest. What is it for the? So it's interesting. You can get older tier ships. Let me untick that a second. How much is it for the Zealot itself then? So it's 2.25 for that, and then there's all this stuff here. I mean, most people probably got the corrosive battery one, so I wouldn't worry too much if you're struggling with a new one. It's okay, but it's not going to change things too much. Yeah, so I can't see how much it was for that. I have to go and look on Kickstarter's website to see how much it actually is to win the hull. Just standard Zealot hull. I don't know how much it is. But anyway, yeah. What have they got in the bonus area then? Yeah, whoopie do. That looks really exciting, doesn't it? Nothing really of any interest. Most of the stuff you can get in the FM, to be honest, and in TLCs. These are still causing people a pain in their bases at the moment. Bear in mind, basing is going to change quite soon, so don't worry about too much. Still the best engine, obviously, for Conquerors at the moment. And yeah, and that's the new turret. So yeah, that's about it, to be honest. And the rest of it is all about tokens. Half of that stuff is in there is just not worth having. Not if you want to advance in the game. Certainly don't drop below anything tier 8. I wouldn't. Even if you're a low level, there's no point building stuff to keep you further behind. It's far better to get less of a higher quality kit than loads of low quality kit, because you still won't be able to compete. You're just building things that won't get you any further advanced. It's just not worth it. Right, that's it. I'm going to pull the plug there. I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me and sticking with it. A good session there, I think, to be honest. Learned quite a lot. Thoroughly enjoyed it myself, I have to say. Time has flown by. We've literally been on for 3 hours? It has been 3 hours. It was never going to be intended to be that long, but it has been. Yeah, I think fun is available once you get your ships up to a good level. Okay, I think people will definitely struggle to start with, but yeah, it's One of them things, isn't it? You pay early, you reap the benefits. You don't pay at all, you're going to struggle all the way through. But there is a method, and the method is use your Punisher twos and hit the 1882. Each one of those, whichever one it is, you're going to get the 100k. It's instant fix, and you are definitely going to be able to push out probably a good million to a million and a half in an hour. Which means you'll get everything. You will get everything you need, and it will be free. You just got to suffer the fact that your boss has told you to stay at home for a while because that's what the government tell us, and then you're going to sit in front of your PC and do repetition because that's the non-coiners way. Right, stay safe all, have a good one, and thanks for joining in. Okay, it's been good fun. Thank you very much.